In this video, I started out with $0 in a truck and spent the last 3 years building the farm to where it is today. So we're back again for season 4 to see if I can expand the farm even more. But there's a twist. I took out a $250,000 loan. Will I go broke and have to sell everything? Or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and drop in a like helps too. Anyway, let's go do some farming. Well, it's another day back on here on the farm. We've got $20,000 in the bank account here and a crap load of debt. It's time to get to work. So I believe the milk truck is at the cattle farm this morning, filling up, getting all the milk out of the barn. So that'll be a little bit of money for us in the bank. But we have a lot more going on over there. So a couple days ago, we ended up cutting all of this hay here, and we got to get this all raked up, run over it with the tedder, and put it all into small square bales so we can sell those and hopefully make some more money for the rest of the equipment we're going to be needing this year and to pay off our loan. Anyways, the milk truck is just filling up here, and it looks like the cattle are good on everything. They might need some straw here in a little bit, but for now they're okay. All right, so milk truck left here. I brought these gravity wagons out the other day. We're gonna get rid of these, but for now I gotta unhook them and we're gonna put them somewhere else. We've also got a bunch of hay to unload from the other place we just finished baling up. Shoot, I did pull this trailer a little too forward. I'll see if I can back it up. These trailers have got to be the worst thing to back up ever. They absolutely suck. So you kind of just gotta haphazardly do it. That should be good enough. I can't remember if we can grab 2 bales with this or not, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh yeah, we're good. Well, this shouldn't take too long. There's not a whole lot of bales here. The only sucky thing about moving bales with the 4020 is it has a really slow reverse gear. So it takes forever to actually get backed up, but forward gear is a little too fast almost. Well, it sure as heck ain't the best stack out there, but it will work. There we go. Oh, almost got it. Yeah. Perfect. All right, with that out of the way here, I'm just going to move the versatile out of the way real quick, because we're going to be coming through here with a hay rake, and I don't really want this to be in the way. That'll work. And I'm just going to run these gravity wagons back to the farm, because we don't really need them over here now, and when we take the rest of the equipment into the dealer to be sold, these will go with it. And we'll just park them back here for now. Oh, and looks like I got paid for the milk, $3,700, so yeah, it's not too bad. I can deal with that. Anyways, we got some square bales to make here, so I'm going to take my John Deere 4455, and we're going to drop this blade here real quick. Now, I haven't really got a chance to use this thing that much this year, so we're going to stick it on the rake, since my other tractor is out at my buddy's place, because he needed it to bale hay, and in the meantime, we have his loader. We can move some hay, which we'll still have it for a couple more days here, so that should work out great. Anyways, I get a chance to use this rake with the tracked machine here. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go good, I'll switch back to the smaller John Deere, but if it does, maybe we'll keep it on here. At any rate, this thing's going to be used for push and silage, so we got a little more waiting to do before it's actually needing to be used. And that just whipped that rake around. Holy smokes. All right, let's give this a try. Well, it seems good. I don't see any issues so far. All right, yeah, we may have to switch this thing out here. It works good, but as soon as you get on the corners here, it just whips it around too much, and it makes that turn way too tight. But yeah, we're going to have to switch back to a different tractor. I might actually just throw the 4020 on it. There we go. Much better. All right, so I'm in the last pass of raking all this hay together here. It still has to be gone over by the tedder, but other than that, we are pretty much done. So that should be all we need to do for here. It actually went pretty quick because a lot of these are just long, straight rows. They can pretty much just whip back and forth and then you're done. All right, so one of the things we're selling here is the combine. Now, the reason why we're selling it is because we want to upgrade to something a little bit bigger since we're farming more acres now, and this just ain't gonna cut it. So it's one of the things getting sold here. We've got a couple other smaller pieces of equipment that we'll grab later, but for now, we got to run this to the shop real quick while we're waiting for some hay to dry. All right, he said just to park it out front of the shop there, and right to the right of us is the combine we're going to be upgrading to. Now, we're not going to do it just yet because we don't really have the funds to do it at the moment, but it'll be happening soon. Pretty much the same year as the other one, a little bit newer, maybe a year or two, but it's a lot bigger, so it should work a lot nicer. And we're also going to be grabbing this Mack grain truck when we have time, and then that John Deere chopper and the chopper wagon, but I should have someone here giving me a ride, so I just gotta wait around for that. Well, I just checked the forecast here. Looks like we're supposed to get rain tomorrow night, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this all finished. Yeah, it's gonna be quite the rush, but I should be able to start baling today and maybe get some bales picked. I don't know, we'll see. But if we have to, this might be a going through the night kind of job. I don't know, depends if we can keep baling when the dew sets in and everything starts getting a little wetter, but we'll give it our best shot. Well, we are on the second to last pass of this field here. Just about finished up. skies are still clear for now, but who knows? That might change here. So I think we're going to try rip out some baling if we can. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And there we go. Perfect. That actually took quite a while for just setting all this. Yeah. Wasn't a fast process. I didn't exactly do it right, so a couple of the rows are a little weirdly spaced, but yeah, it'll work. Okay, so we already tested to make sure this baler was good. We shouldn't have any issues there. It's already loaded up with everything it needs, the twine, all that good stuff. Oh man, I forgot how slow this baler is. Yeah, not as fast as the other one, but still shouldn't be too bad. It's definitely going to make a heck of a lot more bales since we're doing the really small squares. Now, the reason why I don't want this hay getting rained on is because it's supposed to be horse hay, and you can't have horse hay getting rained on. So, worst case scenario, if it starts to get a little cloudy and all that, we'll cut the baler off and just start picking up some. Now, last time we did this, I think we did it with some bale wagon or something like that, and that did not go too well. It took forever. The bale wagon absolutely sucked to use, so this should be nicer this time around. All right, well, I've just kind of got around the cattle yard done here, and it looks like we have over 71 bales done already, which is ridiculous. I did not think it would be making bales that fast, but apparently it is, so we're gonna have a lot of cleanup work ahead of us. All right, so I've done the outside rounds of the entire side of this farm and made about 157 bales there. So we're gonna try to go pick some of those up. I'm not entirely sure how many that stacker cruiser can fit in it just yet, and I kind of want to see. Plus, it'll make turning in the other long rows easier, not having to run over other bales. All right, let's give this thing a shot. This thing operates super easily. You kind of just gotta find the right pace so you can grab the bale right as it finishes moving the other one. Pretty much just got to move along. Wait till it fills a full stack and you're good to go. Like that, there's a full stack. So bring that back, then you're good to go again. And imagine picking these suckers up by hand. Yep, not a fun job. Well, that's the front yard done, and we're still not even close to half. But it is making this job a lot easier. Well, we're over half now. I think we're about 3/4 or so full. Something like that. Well, just the last few on this side here, and we're almost full. Pretty close at least. Missing 2. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we're at 155, so 79%, almost 80%. That's pretty dang good. And there's still a lot of baling to be done. Oh, son of a gun, I did miss one. There we go. All right, 80%. Even better. Well, not too bad for our first round of small square bales. I just checked the forecast. They did move the rain back a little bit to late tomorrow night, so I should be able to finish up the rest of this hay in the morning. Get it all picked up, and if anything, I'll get it into the shed if I can't get it transported that day, but I think I might be able to, depending on how loading it goes. We have my buddy's loader with a bale spear on it, but I'm not too sure how that's going to pan out. Oh, I missed one. I'll just put it in front of the bale stacker for tomorrow. So if that doesn't work, I have something else I can use off a neighbor. I just got to pay him some rent for it. But if we can keep the rain off those bales, it'll be horse hay, and horse hay is worth a lot of money. So that should mean a pretty good payday for us, and kind of need it because I need to buy the rest of the equipment, like the new combine and the forage harvester, so we can get the silage in. And actually, I wouldn't mind having one of those loaders, but yeah, they don't come cheap. So we'll see what we can do about that. Gotta clean up some of our haying equipment here. We are gonna make another cut this year, hopefully. Especially with this rain coming, it should kick up that grass growth a little bit. And we might be able to get one more cut out of the hay this year. I am missing my big John Deere cab tractor, though. Doing all this work in an open cab is not as fun as you'd think. It's hot, it's dusty, you got no radio, it's just not a good time. I did say we would retire the 4020 to the cattle farm, but it seems to work great for raking hay, so I'm not going to complain about that. But now that we got that done, it's probably time for this thing to go back to the cattle farm. Right after I move the tedder, of course. I wouldn't mind getting something a little bit better, but for an old piece of equipment, this thing works phenomenal, and I really have no reason to change it. Anyways, I'm going to get this thing back to the cattle farm. Hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.